discussed earlier that I have ME. I've had ME a long time. But how would you find that Alexander's technique helps people with ME or MS or chronic illnesses or illnesses of the immune system and things? How do you find that because I know you said it didn't necessarily cure these illnesses, but it helps alleviate some of the symptoms and helps alleviate
in the management.
Yeah, the management of it.
Well, when we're, with something like ME, when energy is a big issue, feeling tired and exhausted, the less energy you can put into just moving yourself around so that you're more in balance, you're not having to hold yourself up because you're out of integration. That saves a huge amount of energy.
Absolutely, yeah.
The ability in Alexander technique to notice how you're responding to the stimuli of life means that you can less overreact, less physicalise things.
Sort of stop yourself mid or before the emotion or the movement happens and disperse the tension.
Disperse it, yes. It's not a restrictive, prohibitive work. It's just a don't react.
Learning triggers, what triggers you and actually stopping yourself before you tip over the edge, sort of.
So you can come to a place of stillness and then move from that with conscious thought.
That sort
and
of reacting with
anger
and emotion.
And the other thing I found incredibly interesting with ME students is that there seems to be a loss of physical, energetic boundary. It's hard to put it into words because of the
Pits and
fatigue.
troughs. It's either really up or it's really down. Yeah.
But when you're in a social situation when there's a lot of people about and they're all talking and demanding attention or so forth, it can be quite overwhelming with ME. And what this work and what certainly I do with my ME students is to learn to come to that stillness and to retain your energy within yourself and not let it float out and dissipate into the social
retrieve
room.
it from you as well, because they could vampire it from you as well.
I think they do because they sense this. I've played with students in lessons. I've played the vampire and I've played the non-vampire in inverted commas, and it's amazing the difference. If the person is really balanced and contained and still, the vampire doesn't come at you.
No.
It's as if they know that you're open and your energy is available for the taking. And one of the ways I say to play this is from a dear colleague, and that is we get very, very involved in being player and audience in life. Now, if you're in a busy situation and there's a lot going on around you, it's important to stay as audience. You're just watching it. But what we want to do is get in there.
We all have an opinion, don't we? We all have
and that wastes an enormous amount of energy, and we're trying to be two things at once. So you're audience until you need to play, and then you say what you need to say or do what you need to do. And then you come back to audience again. And Alexander Technique's ability to know how to come to this point of stillness and be in balance and wait is incredibly useful. And I've got ME students who are now finding they're able to go shopping or go to family events, go to weddings, who just couldn't have done that before because they'd have just felt so drained, because they're just using they're economic with their energy.